I mean, it goes right into Lemony Bros, right? Like, how do you have a recurring customer, right? Like, it's not
There you go.
if it's just a one-time transactional thing, then yeah, you've got to keep on going. Yes, babies are still getting born all the time, but that's tough. But when you get that MRR going and you get, the lifetime value of a customer going up and up and up, like that's where it's at when it comes to business and valuation, of course, if you're trying to sell this thing, right, as a business.
Business is still going very well, but I'm in my mid-30s and I have this idea for something that I feel like can change people's lives, and now I'm learning is. And I learned the first time around that I'm actually pretty good at coming up with a product idea, finding a way to build it, even though people say you can't or you shouldn't, and then building a team, raising capital, and figuring out how to get people to want to buy the product. And I just felt like I couldn't not pursue building Harbor. It has been much harder than I expected. I thought it would be a little easier the second time around. I was both right and wrong. But I felt like I had to. It's been... some days I question my sanity in doing a second startup, but a lot of the time, like I know it's this hard in the beginning, and eventually things start to turn, and then everyone looks back and goes, "Oh my God, I can't believe how easy that must have been for you." Like, if you only knew.
No, that is one I definitely had to write down. What one can be, one must be, and I've heard Jordan talk about stuff like that before, and it's I can't tell you how perfect timing that is for you to say that to me, but it's. Man, I hope that hits just as hard for anybody listening on what that means for you. And, there are multiple times in my life where I look back and regret that I didn't do something that I wish I would have at least tried, right? Even if I wasn't successful at it, I would have at least tried. Sure. It's one of those that it's a solid advice. And a great way to kind of wrap this up. So, Kevin, it was an absolute pleasure getting to know you a little bit more, getting to learn about your family, your story. I absolutely love it. Hopefully one day we can actually meet in person, or maybe even do a round two of this, or do a round two of this in person, perhaps.